Hi, I'm Ben Forty.
And I'm Evie Reardon, and you're watching WCAT Weekly News. Hey Ben, can I have a broken drum set for Christmas?
Well, Evie, funny you ask. That's actually the best thing you could ask for. You just can't beat it. Speaking about gifts in the holiday spirit, the alternative gift fair is tonight. Ruthie Hay has more on this opportunity.
Hi, I'm Ruthie Hay, reporting from WCAT. I'm currently in Malone, the location of the alternative gift fair this Friday. The Westminster community will gather here to purchase gifts for the holiday season from 40 different organizations.
Now we see a lot more student groups and student clubs, and it's an opportunity for all of our clubs and local partners to share the mission of their organization or club, and also to do some fundraising in a really fun and festive environment.
There are 40 organizations selling things at the alternative gift fair this year. Just a few organizations include Fur Kids, Wood Cats, which is a middle school run booth, Dirt Cats, who are selling plant and garden supplies, and Circle of Women, which is a club in the upper school. There will also be mini treats for sale, so make sure you come ready to eat. Along with all the goodies available, there will also be a surprise Santa, who is one of Westminster's own faculty members. You can pay $1 to take a selfie with Santa, and proceeds go to Habitat for Humanity.
It's really an opportunity to understand where your dollars are going, to be an informed consumer. An incredible opportunity for our community to come together to recognize the spirit of giving in this holiday season.
Come to Malone this Friday from 5 to 7 and bring your friends, family, and holiday spirit. I'm Ruthie Hay from WCAT, signing off. Go Cats!
Another Christmas tradition at Westminster is Messiah, the annual choral performance that will carry us into break.
WCAT reporter Christiana Dole has more on the exciting preparations.
Thanks, guys. Preparations are underway for this year's performance of Messiah. I spoke with students and faculty to learn more about this year's performance.
I started participating when I first arrived at Westminster, which is 3 years ago, and I decided to participate because I loved the fact that alumni came and members of the community got together to perform this great musical piece. I think the best part this year is that for the very first time, I'm going to have former students that I've taught coming back and making a point of seeing me when they're at practice. So it's like my first batch of babies come back to the nest, which I'm very excited about.
So the most rewarding thing about Messiah is truly two things: being able to work with amazing young musicians, to see the amazing things that our students can accomplish, and second, just to be able to join with them on mounting and performing one of the great works of art in classical music. I mean, Messiah is one of the most well-known pieces of music.
I'd say that one of the hardest things, like one of the challenges, is probably just all the time that goes into it, because you have auditions and then you have all the extra practices, you have the practices after exams, you have Monday night rehearsals and practice like during parts, and it's just a lot of work that goes into it, but it's definitely worth it.
Definitely looking forward to this year's performance of Messiah. I'm Camille Mitchell. Back to you guys in the studio.
Wow, I cannot wait to watch the performance. It is a Westminster tradition I will always remember.
Next Monday and Tuesday, the Play Unified Club will be hosting tables outside Malone Dining Hall that support the Georgia Special Olympics. There will be free wristbands for those that sign the Respect Pledge.
Transitioning to sports, lots of students watched the SEC Championship last Saturday. WCAT reporter Parker Batten spoke to students about the game and the upcoming college football playoffs.
Hi, I'm Parker Batten for WCAT. This past weekend, Georgia lost to Alabama in the SEC Championship game 35-28. Backup quarterback Jalen Hurts came in midway through the game to win the game for them. We caught up to some students about their thoughts on the game and their projections for the rest of the playoffs. We're here with Johnathon Williams. Jonathan, what do you think about the SEC Championship game?
It was one of the scarier games that I've watched as an Alabama fan. We didn't have it the whole way. I thought we had lost, but then Tua getting hurt was surprisingly a very big aspect of the game, and Jalen came in, did what he had to do, and it ended in a W for the best team in college football.
What were you thinking when Tua got hurt and Jalen Hurts had to come in the game?
Not gonna lie, I was very emotional because I thought, well, there goes the season. But then Jalen stepped up big time, and he made the plays he had to make.
I'm here with Wyatt Stevenson, a sophomore Georgia fan. Wyatt, as a Georgia fan, what were your thoughts during the SEC championship game?
When Jalen Hurts won the game, the first thing that I remember was when last year, when a backup quarterback won the game, we ended up losing, and so I was like, there's no way this is going to happen again.
I'm here with junior Chris Krybowski. Chris, what were your thoughts about the SEC championship game and when Jalen Hurts went into the game?
I thought it was a great comeback story, and after all he's been through at Alabama, it was a great way to sort of shore up his career.
Thank you to all the students who spoke to us. For WCAT, I'm Parker Batten. Now back to you in the newsroom.
Thank you, Parker.
Football is not the only sport Westminster fans are talking about. The girls and boys varsity basketball teams have started their seasons in full swing.
WCAT reporter Namisha Hare caught up with the basketball teams.
A couple weeks ago, the varsity boys basketball team started their season. We interviewed them to see what they look forward to achieve and how they've been doing in the season so far. How have you guys done in your games that you've had so far?
We've won 2 games, lost 2 games. The 2 teams that we lost to were 6A schools, so they're really big schools, but we played well, and I think that if we continue to play like this during the season, we'll be fine. So,
what are you looking forward to in the season?
Love it, and pace games are always good, rivalry games, a lot of energy going to the games, guys we've known against since we played in middle school, so I think the games just then that's when it's most competitive, and I think the atmosphere is just great.
The coaching staff's looking forward to continuing to build on the success that we've had early on, playing the competition that we have. We've got a very, very tough schedule ahead of us in region as well as out of region. We have BT coming up on Saturday. We also have Macaulay that will be joining us here on campus later in the year. And we'll travel to Alexander, who is a 7A school that's ranked in the top 5 in their classification. So we're looking forward to the competition as well as the challenges. I think these guys are up to it.
Make sure to go cheer on the Cats on Friday night at 7 o'clock. I'm Namisha Iyer. Now back to you in the studio.
Thanks, guys, and go Cats.
Another basketball game drew a crowd last Friday, and that was the senior faculty basketball game coordinated by our very own Grant Pinkston. Way to go. Well, that's all for this week's news. For WCAT, I'm Ben 40.
And I'm Evie Reardon, and you're watching WCAT's Weekly News.